Oh, no, we both ones.
Yeah.
It ain't no A, B, none of that. It's one. You look over there, you see one. You look over here, you see another one. So do what you got to do with that.
Oh, boy. Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know. So, tomorrow's a big day. Huge day. I love people trying to make trouble where there's not trouble. And everybody's going through, George Pickens, been a problem. George Pickens, he's a cancer. I love how people who are not in a situation seem to know everything, okay? Listen to my man Momo, and I hate to keep always pounding my Momo, but he comes up with some of the craziest stuff. Well, Matt Eberflus is not going to have Micah Parsons as an edge rusher. Because he can't stop the run. It's like, you know what? For all you know, it may be that what the Cowboys looked at and said, the chances of Micah Parsons being able to make a game-changing sack or pressure outweighs him trying to stop the run. That we want your first responsibility is using your speed and quickness, because you're not really that big to be there to hold up, get upfield and disrupt. That's your job. As opposed to people saying, well, he just don't know how to stop the run. And I find it hard to believe that a guy who's a linebacker would have a hard time stopping the run. That's where, and maybe it is. Maybe he does have a hard time stopping the run. But we don't know what we don't know. Be that as it may. People have been trying to make out that, oh man, the George Pickens thing. Nobody else wanted George Pickens. Yeah. But I'm telling you that where people try and say there's not enough balls to go around, George Pickens, he gonna have a hissy fit because he's not getting the ball enough with whack Dak. The funniest thing is, accuracy-wise, Dak Prescott, I think, is number 8 all time. Or is it 6? In completion percentage. Higher than Tom Brady, higher than Justin Herbert, higher than, a lot of these guys. Pat Mahomes, guys that you know. But be that as it may, go ahead, feel free, trash Dak Prescott, because you're going to anyway. It doesn't matter what I say. It's fine. But with Ceedee Lamb and George Pickens, they seem like two peas in a pod. They remind me of Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy in life. They seem like they've been around each other and buddies forever. They seem like they good. They're excited. They're happy. And you listen to Ceedee, he said it ain't no 1A and 1B. He said, you look over there, there's a 1. You look over here, there's a 1. Wait. Catch us if you can. We twins. And I'm going to say, you have been put on notice by the Wonder Twins. Well, no, I guess the Wonder Twins. That was a guy. His brother and sister weren't. Okay. All right. Forget the Wonder Twins. That's not a good one. But you've been put on notice about the Fantastic Two. And they're going to do some damage. And I got to say, the things that you're going to be able to do, when you think about the potential, I mean, I look at it and I say, I think Ceedee Lamb is better than A.J. Brown. I think he is. And I think George Pickens has the potential to be better than Devontae Smith. Eagle fans, feel free to come in and say, you're a joke, you're an idiot, okay? I don't care. You know what I care about, Eagle fans? I don't care about your take about me. I don't care how much you say I'm stupid or a jackass or anything else. The only thing I care about from you guys is that you're still watching. Because I'm going to tell you, don't let the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to tell you, do not let the Dallas Cowboys beat you opening night. I'm just going to tell you. Do not let it happen. I will be Leo 2.0, insufferable to you guys. But tomorrow, OTAs. Brian Schottenheimer start getting his guys out on the field and start getting a look at these things. And I tell you, people have shit on the Cowboys for hiring Brian Schottenheimer. They've said that Brian Schottenheimer, he's been passed over by all these teams. He ain't never been a head coach. But you know what? See, another one with Momo. Oh, the Bears, they a good team. Are they a good team? Don't they have a rookie head coach? A guy who's head coach for the first time? And Ben Johnson? And see, here's where I'm going to say, I believe the Cowboys have more talent to start with than the Bears do. They definitely have a quarterback who's been a runner-up MVP just 2 seasons ago. They now have 2 legitimate number ones. And I will say that Brian Schottenheimer coming here to Dallas, having been the offensive coordinator, where the Cowboys' new offensive coordinator says, we're not changing the terminology. Instead of making all those guys bend to what I say and call out, it's better for me to learn their terminology. That way it's only one guy that has to change what they're doing. I think it's brilliant. Freaking genius. Because whenever you get a new offensive coordinator, you got a new philosophy, you got new play call. Okay, wait. Okay. We're going to keep it simple for you guys. We're going to keep the terminology. I'll learn it. Well, only one guy has to change what they're doing. But then you got Caden Adams, who loves to run the ball. One of the well-respected offensive line coaches that believes in playing downhill and being physical, aggressive. And if that's one thing that the Cowboys need to do is to be physical again, to be aggressive, to take no shit. And with Brian Schottenheimer, with, your shotties, it's a shotty. With those shotties, the way that he is interacting with the players. Now, I know Mike McCarthy had Dak Prescott at his house when we played Pittsburgh. I wasn't there to know how the relationship was with Mike McCarthy and the players in the past. But what I can say that I've seen thus far is Micah Parsons, who's one of your team leaders, and Dak Prescott are definitely buying in to that guy. You hear the respect for that guy. It can be real easy for Micah Parsons to do like Trey Hendrickson is doing and saying, I'm not coming in. I'm not working out. I will not play on another contract. But he's there working out while the Cowboys dick around with his contract. And I think the Cowboys are going to get done in the next couple of weeks while we're doing OTAs and things. Now that we've gotten through free agency, the combine, and the draft, and that we've got through, the Pickens trade. I got this cold. That we got through this Pickens trade, that the Cowboys can be ready to start getting this shit together. So, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited about the Cowboys, and I can't wait to see them, see the clips, see the pictures, see them from OTAs as a team starts being able to build together. Unlike everybody else that's trashing and poo-pooing the Cowboys, I still believe the Cowboys can have a good season. I believe they'll be better than advertised. And maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a homer. That's fine. Call me that if you want to. Fine. No problem. But I believe in those guys. And I can't wait to see them on the field. And currently, we're only 108 days away from the kickoff. And I can't wait, y'all. So with that being said, I got to start on a kitchen tomorrow. I got to get up and get out of here early. So I'll probably do my fireside chat. My morning video. Either I'll get up about 6 o'clock and do it, or I will do it on the road. The show must go on. Alrighty, good people, as always, you know, I appreciate y'all, and thank you all for everything. And remember, you learn one thing from me. Remember to tell the people you love how much you love them. Life is too short and too precious not to. And I love you guys. Peace out.